We are going to discuss about signal flow graph. We are going to solve problems based on signal flow graph. I am going to read the problem. Apply Mason's gain rule to calculate transfer function of the system represented by the following signal flow graph. So this is a given signal flow graph, and you are asked to find out the transfer function. Transfer function is very simple. You have to follow a step-by-step procedure in order to find out the transfer function. So before proceeding the problem, you must understand in one thing. The left side you have a node, the R. So this is your input node. In the right side you have a node. This is called output node C. R is input, C is output. Right? So you must be clear in this. So your first step is to find out forward path gain. What is forward path? Forward path is simply journey from input node to output node. And what are the ways you can reach output node C from input node R? So in two ways you can reach node C from node R. So look at this way. The first horizontal line. Just follow the arrow mark. The horizontal one is your forward path one, P1. This one. So multiply all the gains which is present in between two nodes. So this is your gain. Between these two nodes, you have a gain 1. Similar fashion, between these two nodes, you have other gain G1, G2. So in the horizontal line, I mean forward path 1, you have several gains 1, G1, G4, G2, 1 and 1. So you have to multiply all those gains which is present in the first forward path 1, P1. So multiply all those gains 1 into G1, G4 into G2 into 1 into 1. So rewrite this in the proper order G1, G2, G4. So this is in the first forward path P1. You have other forward path also. So just follow the arrow mark. So this way. So through G3 you can reach node C. So through G3 you can reach node C. Right? So this way. In a similar fashion, you have to multiply the gain products. So 1 into G1, G4 into G3 into 1 into 1. So this is forward path 2, P2, G1, G4 and G3. So rewrite this in the proper order G1, G3 and G4. So in this problem you have two forward paths. Hence K value is 2. This is a formula to calculate transfer function, also called as Mason gain formula, C by R. C is nothing but output, R is nothing but input, output by input, transfer function. So hence you have two forward paths, you can stop up to second one, P1 del 1 plus P2 del 2 divided by del. This is the Mason gain formula. Why we are not writing P3 and del 3? Because K value is 2. We have only two forward paths. So you can stop up to 2, second one, P2 del 2. Right? So our ultimate aim is to find out these values. P1, P2 already we found. Del 1, del 2 and del 1. Once we found those values, then we can easily find out transfer function. So next, in order to find out del 1, del 2 and del value, so first we have to find out individual loop, right? So in this given problem, we have 3 individual loops. So before going to individual loop, so what is individual loop actually? So individual loop is nothing but a loop which contains a closed path. The starting node, and simply we can say the starting node and the ending node is at the same place. For example, look at this loop. This is loop 1, L1. It starts here and it goes to other node and again it comes to the same node where it starts. So we can consider this as a loop. And also look at the arrow mark which is present in the loop. G1, G4, H1. So both the arrow marks in the same direction, right? So we can consider this or we can treat this as an individual loop, right? So multiply the gain which is present in the loops. G1, G4 and H1. So this is nothing but L1, loop 1, individual loop 1. So L1, G1, G4 and H1. Next, second individual loop 2. So the bigger semicircle, it starts here and goes to various nodes and again it comes to the same node where it starts. Multiply all the gains G1, G4, G2, 1 and minus H2. Rewrite this in the proper order. G1 minus G1, G2, G4, H2. So this is L2, right? Next L3, L3 this way through G3. It starts here G1, G4 and goes through G3, 1 and minus H2. So this way you can. So this is your individual loop 3. So multiply all the gains G1, G4, G3, 1 and minus H2. Again rewrite this in the proper order. G minus G1, G3, G4, H2. Right? So you have 3 individual loops in this problem. Why I am not considering this semicircle? This is in the proper semicircle format, but I am not considering this as individual loop. Why? Look at the arrow mark G2 and G3. So both the arrow mark in the same direction. So it is not an individual loop. So it is not necessary that all the individual loops are in a semicircle format, right? So don't confuse that. Many of the students write this as an individual loop. This is wrong, right? All the semicircles are not an individual loop, right? So you have the arrow mark should be in the same direction. Look at the arrow mark G2 and G3. This is in the opposite direction. I mean G2 just follow a circle. It is in the opposite direction. G3 and G2 both the arrow marks in the same direction. So I am not treating this as individual loop. So we have 3 individual loops, 2 forward path and 3 individual loop gains. Next, there is no non-touching loop. What is non-touching loop? Non-touching loop is very simple. 2 loops having no common area, right? 2 loops having no common nodes or common path. That is called non-touching loop. There is no touching. No common nodes, no common path. Look at these. So in this problem, you have 3 loops. So look, for example, consider this loop. This is individual loop 1 and the bigger one is individual loop 2. So these 2 loops are having G1, G4 common, right? In a similar fashion, these 2 nodes also common. Hence, we treat this as a touching loop. There is no non-touching loop for this problem. Del value. Next, del is a formula to calculate del value. 1 minus summation of all individual loop gain plus summation of 2 non-touching loop gain. So far as in this problem, we have no non-touching loop gain. So we eliminate that. So del formula 1 minus summation of all individual loop gain. We can stop up to here. So next, individual loop gain already we found. L1, L2, L3. We have 3 individual loops. We have 3 individual loops. So add all those things. 1 minus those values. L1, L2, L3. We already found in the previous steps. So this is L1, L2, L3. Right? So next we are going to find out del 1, del 2. So in order to find out del 1 value, you must look into the path 1, P1. Path 1 is nothing but the horizontal line. Look at the heading here. Eliminate the forward path 1. So it's very simple. Del 1 minus summation of individual loop gain that not touching the corresponding forward. Look at this diagram. So this is the forward path 1. Do you find any loop that not touching the corresponding forward path 1? Any loops that not touching the forward path 1 or the horizontal line? In this problem, we have 3 loops. All the 3 loops are having contact with the forward path 1, right? I mean common area between the loops and the first forward path 1. So hence del 1 value is 1. If we have any loops that not touching the forward path 1, you must include here 1 minus summation of a particular gain. But there is no, all the loops are touching with forward path 1. Next, in a similar fashion, del 2, for del 2 you must look into the path 2. Path 2 are 1, G1, G4, G3, 1, 1 and C. So this is forward path 2. So do you find any loop, individual loop that not touching the concerned forward path? So all the loops are all the loops are touching with the forward path 2, hence del 2 also 1. So in this problem, del 1 and del 2 is 1, both 1. So this is transfer function formula, P1 del 1 plus P2 del 2 divided by del. All the values we know, P1 del 1, P2 del 2 divided by del. So once you replace all the values, you will get this one. And if you, I'm taking G1, G4 as a common factor here, so I'm take it outside. G1, G4 I'm taking outside. So you'll get G1, G4 into G2 plus G3 whole divided by 1 minus G1, G4 H1 plus G1, G2, G4 H2 plus G1, G3, G4 H2. Thank you.